Today is the 23rd of January, and Wilson is going to tell a few things that he knows about some of the old pictures that we've found in some of Nell Ferry's things. And he's making this tape especially for Janet Black, Richard Ferry, and Michael Ferry, and all their little children. And this is Wilson that's sitting there scared to death of the camera. But pretty soon he's going to have a big smile, and he's going to start talking and telling you about the pictures that we sorted out and numbered, and he has little things he can tell you about each one. And now it's Wilson's turn, okay? Have fun, Wilson. What have you got there first?
Well, it's a picture my mother painted.
When did she do this?
I don't know. I didn't even know it existed till Dorothy gave it to us, or her daughter-in-law gave it to us after she'd passed away.
But I knew about it, didn't I?
I suppose you did.
No.
I don't know.
What were you saying about that picture, Wilson? What were you saying about the picture, Wilson?
I don't know. I was saying,
What were you saying about this picture, Wilson? Again?
it was one my mother painted, and that Aunt Ida had, and then Dorothy had it in her stuff, and her daughter-in-law gave it to Bessie.
Well, what's the rest of the story?
Well,
Didn't she paint? Mammy told me that your mother painted this from a picture of the Hartford Insurance Company. And then you told me that there was another one in existence. What was that about?
well, it's the stag at bay. It's looks like the same deer, only he's facing a different direction, and a couple of wolves attacking him, and he's out in the water.
This is, you know, Wilson, I thought this was an elk.
No, it's a deer.
Are you sure? See what I know about animals?
It's a European deer, it isn't a
And the other
United
one that
States deer.
your mother painted was what? A deer with wolves attacked in it?
Yeah.
Somebody said they thought they saw that hanging on Nell's wall. I'll bet they don't know that your mother did that.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Marjorie or Nell one had it. Male, I don't know.
Now that's your dad on the lead horse. That's your
Yes,
dad, and he's
yes.
got goatskin chaps on.
Yes,
Where did he carry that mail from Alcova to Split Rock?
yes.
Now, what interests me, Wilson, is that what kind of a frame is that on that thing anyway? Let's see the back of it. There's something strange about that. So what in the world kind of a frame is this?
That's a frame, I guess you'd call it, for developing pictures. You put the picture in and subject it to light or dark.
Do those
Whatever
metal
it takes
things
to bring the
move or
picture.
something? It looks like there's a hinge there too, isn't
Yeah,
there?
it opens up so you can put another picture in it.
Well, who in your family developed pictures? Who in your family developed pictures, Wilson?
My mother did it all. She developed pictures and also made postcards.
And how does it work now?
This whole back comes out, and you put a negative and a developing paper in there, and this holds them together, and then you expose it to light to put the picture on the paper.
How do you shut it up then?
You close it and press those down, and it's a spring tension to
And then what do you do with it when it's folded up like that? Just wait patiently for the picture to develop and then take it out, or what? That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
It holds the picture and the negative together while you're exposing them to light, so they won't get out of place. They'll be straight on the paper and all that.
Okay, now turn it back around again. Do you think that your mother maybe took that picture and developed it?
It's quite possible, but
Huh.
I don't know.
Maybe. We don't know that early in time, huh?
No.
Okay, we'll do another picture now and get a few shots of this in different places. Okay, now this is Marjorie and a big china doll. And Margie's on the right, and it's kind of a dim picture. Now back it up just a little bit, Wilson, and let's see if it's any more clear. The photograph itself kind of catches light. I believe that's a little better. Okay, now go back just a little bit further. Yeah. Okay, that's not too bad either. Okay. Relax and hold it however you want, Wilson, now, and tell us a story about it. What about this story?
Oh,
Who is the little
Well-
girl?
it's a picture of Marjorie and a doll that Aunt Helen gave her. And it was Aunt Helen's doll when she was little. And she told her when she was old enough to take care of it, she'd give it to her. So this is about the period she gave it to her. About all I can tell you about it.
Oh, well, what happened to it when she gave it to her? How old was Marjorie?
What?
How old was Marjorie?
Probably 10 or 11.
Well, so did you ever see the doll itself?
Oh yeah, I've seen it a lot of times.
Well, tell me about it. You told me it was pretty bad condition last time you saw it.
Last time
What?
I saw it, was all the arms and legs was off. It was in pretty poor condition.
Do you think that
know
Marjorie
if the
didn't take
head
very
was
good care of
broken
it, or
or-
what happened?
What?
I said what happened to it. Marjorie must have taken good care of it, didn't she?
Not too good, or it wouldn't have been all to pieces.
Couldn't have been like 4 or 5 little brothers or something, could it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, dear. Anyway, she got the doll, didn't she? Okay.
Yep.
Let's try another picture, okay?
Okay, this is a family picture taken when Rainer was a baby. And it's my mother holding the baby on the left, and then Douglas, then Kenneth, then Marjorie, then my dad and myself, and then Nell, the far right.
Isn't that beautiful?
Taken about 1919.
Must have been a professional picture someplace, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was taken at a studio.
Tell me now, who all isn't in this picture yet?
Well, there's Duncan and Joe and Stanley.
Is
Haven't
that the order
arrived
they would
yet.
have been in after Nellie, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I can't seem to get it any closer. That seems to be the brightest picture of it there. And this, as it comes closer, it gets a little bit out of focus, but it's sure a lovely picture to have. Isn't that wonderful?
Yep.
You had a beautiful mother and dad there.
This is a picture of my grandpa, Francis James Irvin, standing, and his brother Walter seated.
Did you know those people very well? Did you ever see these people, Wilson?
I've seen Grandpa a few times, but I never did see his brother Walter.
Now, this was your mother's father and her uncle,
No,
right?
That's my dad's father. and
Oh,
his
your dad's
brother.
father, of course. It's Irvin.
Yeah.
So where did you see him when you saw him? Where was he at when you saw him, Wilson?
Grandpa was at our place for several weeks one time, about the year before he died, and I seen him
At Sage Creek, you mean?
yeah. And I seen him when he was visiting at Uncle Mark's place a time or two.
What kind of person was he? Was he interesting?
Oh, I don't know, I guess.
Was he always joking and funning like your dad was?
No.
No. Your dad was kind of fun, wasn't he?
Yep.
Any more things you want to tell us about this picture?
I can't think of anything.
Okay, Wilson, what about this one?
It's a picture of Bill Ferry in the middle and his sisters Nell and Irene.
Okay.
And they got some lambs, but I don't know where the picture was taken.
Bet out at the Imes Ranch, don't you? Where else did they ever get to go
Probably
except
it's-
Sweetwater? And we never had any
I
lambs much.
suppose it's a ranch.
Huh.
Here comes,
It's an awful tiny little picture, but maybe they get the general idea anyway, okay?
yeah. It'd be
Now,
bigger
you
on
knew
the
those two
stream.
girls, didn't you?
Yeah.
And one married a Hambrick, and who did the other one marry?
Nell married Ed Thies and Irene married Mitchell Hambrick.
Oh, yeah. I think I met him once when I was a kid, but I don't ever remember knowing him after that. Okay, Wilson, tell me about this picture. It's real dim.
It's a picture of Dorothy Countryman when she was little. It was later,
Has she got a doll in her hand, or what is that? Flowers? Can't tell. What has she got in her hand?
flower, I think.
It's really dim, isn't it?
Anyway, she later became Dorothy Kimball.
Yeah, she was our best friend, wasn't she? One of our very best friends. She sure did like to hunt rocks. We sure had a lot of fun together. I've got my eye right on you, Wilson. These kids would like to see you smile just once. Are you going to tell them one of your goofy
I am
stories?
smiling.
Huh? Are you tired? Are you tired?
No.
Okay, get in. What are you studying here, Wilson?
Oh, are you ready?
Oh yeah, I've been watching you watch the picture for a long time, wondering
Hey.
what you was going to say when you finally showed it to us.
Well, that's Grandpa Countryman.
Which one?
On the far right,
Point with your finger. I don't know which is my far anything. Oh, okay.
and some of the old ranchers. It was his friends out of Sweetwater, I presume.
Oh, that's when they built his house at Split Rock, huh?
I think so.
Charles Roscoe, wasn't it?
Charles Rayner.
Oh, Charles Rayner.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he was married to Anna. Who's that cute guy with a big pipe in the middle of his face?
I don't know.
I think in the, didn't they have that in the Countryman book? I think one of those guys' name was Johnson,
Yeah, it's
wasn't it?
in the Countryman book.
Well, since you don't know him, I guess there's no use.
What are you going to tell us about now?
Well, this is my dad on a bucking horse at the Rawlins Rodeo in 1908. And they didn't have any arenas then like they have now and shoots.
I was going to ask you where the fences and the pupil were.
They just saddled them up out in the prairie and rode them.
Looks like you won, doesn't it?
I don't know if he won or not. I never did hear. Looks like he should have.
Well, anyway, still on the critter. That's important.
Yeah, making a good ride.
Oh dear.
Did you ever ride horses, Wilson?
Bucking horses.
Yeah,
Did you?
not like that.
Why?
You're not in the rodeo, huh?
No.
But did you ever ride, did you ever, what'd you do? Ride them just to ride? You mean you broke them to ride?
Oh, yeah. I
Or-
rode bareback horses a few
You know
times
what I
in
remember you-
rodeos.
You know what I remember you telling me about that I want to hear about?
What?
Was, you told me one time that, Margie got on something, they put Margie on something or she got bucked. What was the story about that? I can't remember how it went.
That was a big old calf that was born early. And I and Kenneth tried to ride it and couldn't, or didn't.
You couldn't or wouldn't
It didn't. We had a saddle on it.
On a
And
calf.
when Marjorie rode it, and my dad gave her a nickel for riding the calf, and then he made her a ring out of it.
He made her a ring out of the nickel.
Yeah.
Oh, how neat.
Another thing I want you to tell me about riding. What was this story Mammy used to tell about one time you kids got lonesome for Stanley because Mammy took him and raised him after your mother died. And so you went and got him twice or 2 or 3 times. But what happened? Well, I know one time you took him home and she came out. What was that?
Oh, he was 5 or 6 years old and he just was visiting at our place. And Duncan and Joe put him on a calf and it run into a pole that was sticking out and knocked him off. And the pole hit him on the forehead, I think.
Oh, great. Well, so did you send him home or did he stay?
Oh, he stayed till they come after him,
Did he? I suppose he had to get back on and ride the thing again, huh?
I guess. No, I don't think he rode anymore.
Well, Mammy was telling me that one time